Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
A down year for Shane Beamer and the Gamecocks, but they have Lenora Sellers back, and they made some noise in the transfer portal. Fans are expecting a resurgent Gamecock squad stepping onto the field at Williams-Brice Stadium this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And a big question coming into this game was how were they going to be able to handle the environment and all the crowd noise? And the best way to do that, make a play early and get everybody to sit down. They wasted no time. Opening kickoff, what a great job in blocking. Open field running was sensational. They score a touchdown, and guys, early, I'm not hearing a lot of noise from this home crowd.
So they house the opening kickoff. Now the offense is going for 2. They want to land a couple of haymakers early. Gets the back moving. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8.
I love the aggressive play calling here on this opening drive. All the way down the field, scoring a touchdown, then going for it for 2 points. That is a statement.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. And when these 2 guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Here's Sellers to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. What a performance he had in their last game, putting up more than 300 yards on the ground. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the option. Keeps it on first down. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. lowers those pads. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Officials are stopping the clock as there is still a Mississippi State player down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Interesting decision here, but if they make the 2, it'll be a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. They'll send the back in motion. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The run inside. It's McAllister. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Grabbed over the middle. It's McAllister. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance once. And right here, just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Sellers flips it out on the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Wiggles free. Shakes off the defender. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. On the option. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. Keeps it on the option. Might have a chance. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. They'll run the option. Keeps it himself. Turns it on in midfield. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Play of the period, first down here. The option look. The option, he'll keep it. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the option. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll run the option. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver. They were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Play fake, Sellers. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Hunt. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside. It's McAllister. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Now on 1st down from the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Clark.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just feeds the running back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Some misdirection with the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Another nice run to pick up a first down. They've been running it all drive long. They've got the defense on their heels. That last one now just puts them on the fringe of the red zone. And guys, we know this is an area of the field where it gets really hard to throw into. So why would you stop running the ball now for the offense?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Sellers to throw. Completes it in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snags it! They will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Getting close to halftime, and the training staff will get a good look at him during the break. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. On the option, the keeper finds a little space.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
On first down, here comes this offense. Here comes the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now on the option. He'll keep it on second down. Finding some room. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. The Bulldogs will snap it on first and 10. On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The option look. Now the pitch. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Goes to the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Western Kentucky, taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, I talked to Coach Shane Beamer at halftime. One of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
Okay, Holly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Throwing, Sellers. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Backed up now, here's second and long. The run inside. It's McAllister. There's a crease. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Quarterback got it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hunt. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
180, raise guard. 180, raise guard.
Sellers pucks it out of the air. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Into the end zone, and he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Smashes it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal. And oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. Big time play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the option. Keeps it himself. There's some room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Love the play call on offense there. Third down, you're just trying to stress the defense, right? The football can be 3 different places almost at once. Is it the dive man? Is it the quarterback? Or is it the pitch guy? That time, nobody home for the pitch outside. So good decision by the quarterback to pick up a nice gain and get the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback keep. On the move at the 30. They bring him down, a big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Boy, they'd love have to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the option, he'll do it himself. Bulldozes his way through. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They'll run the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, 1st drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Harbor. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. The give running right is Auguste. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Sellers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, South Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The option look. He'll do it himself. Picks up the 1st down. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the option, he'll keep it himself, finding an escape route.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
That's the end into the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run the option. Pulls it on the option. There's a little room there. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up, and that's why the option's so hard.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Just into the end zone. He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust...
Has it! And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown! Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely...
Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here comes the option. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps,
There he goes! And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Now on the option. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. Keeps it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll run the option. He'll keep it again on the option. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the...
Speed is something that you simply can't coach, and this defense has it in bunches. You saw it that time on the option play. 3rd and long, they're trying to get it to the pitch man to see if he can outflank the defense. No can do. He gets a couple of yards, but not before the defense is able...
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Motion from the back. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Working that left side now. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21.
Ready.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Fires complete on the crosser. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Throwing Sellers. Makes the grab. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air, it's Sellers. Got his man on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Rushes on him. Finds the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Again, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Throws it in. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sellers. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. This almost certainly to win the game. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. This for the lead and very likely the win. They surge on top here in the final minute.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
He'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The option look. The keeper on the option. He'll pitch it. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Quick toss. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. He'll toss it. On the move, got to keep it alive. Last chance to get a score. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works. A ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.